What's up, foodies? Okay, I've been to Ireland a few times and I've never had an Irish spice bag. I've been seeing them pop up in my feed lately, and since it's St. Paddy's Day, I figure it's the best time to give one a try. And if you don't know what an Irish spice bag is, it's crispy fries, crunchy chicken, peppers, onions, all tossed in a 5-spice seasoning and served in a takeaway bag with some curry sauce. And in every video I saw, people were absolutely losing their minds over it. So pour yourself a glass of Guinness and let's get into it. Let's start by making our seasoning spice and our curry sauce first, so everything's ready to go later. In a small bowl, mix together 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1.5 teaspoons of Chinese 5-spice, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of MSG. Now the MSG is optional, but it really does bring the whole thing up a level and gives it that classic takeaway flavor. Give everything a good mix and place it aside, and then we can start making our curry sauce. In a saucepan, we're going to make a roux by adding 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour and cook it for a few minutes. You're going to be looking for a wet sand consistency. Then add in 1 tablespoon of curry powder and half a teaspoon of turmeric. Cook that for about a minute, then slowly whisk in 2 cups of chicken stock. Then add in 1 teaspoon of soy sauce and let it simmer for 5 to 8 minutes until it thickens. You can adjust the thickness to your liking by adding more or less stock. Then season with some salt and pepper and place aside, and let's move on to making our fries. Take 2 to 3 pounds, roughly about 1,200 grams of russet potatoes, and cut them into fries. Make sure you try to keep them pretty even so they cook evenly at the same time. Then drop them into a bowl of cold water and give them a good rinse. This is going to help wash off the surface starch, which helps the fries from browning too fast and helps the fries crisp up later. Once the water is running clear, give them a good drain. Any surface moisture is going to cause oil to splatter and can be dangerous. I usually lay them out on a towel and let them air dry while I heat up my oil. I also like to pat them on top with a paper towel just to make sure they're dry. Now in a fryer or in a heavy cast iron pot, heat your oil to 320 degrees Fahrenheit or roughly 160 degrees Celsius. Add the fries in batches and cook them for about 4 to 6 minutes. At this stage, we're not really browning them, we're just looking to cook the potato through. They should come out pale blonde and a little soft to the touch. And they may have some slight blistering. Then pull them out and let them rest for 20 to 30 minutes so the steam escapes. Letting the fries cool after the first fry is important. This allows the steam inside the potato to escape and the outer layer to dry out and firm up. If you try to fry them again right away, that trapped moisture keeps steaming and prevents the crust from forming properly. Once your fries have rested, turn the oil up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or about 175 degrees Celsius. Place the fries back into the basket in small batches and drop in the fryer for 2 to 3 minutes. In the second fry, you'll see the colors getting lightly golden and the fry starts to get little ripples on the outside. They're still not going to be crispy yet, but this stage is going to help the final fry so they're nice and crispy when they're done. Pull them out of the oil again and let them rest for 5 minutes. This last fry I'll do just before I place them into the wok for the spice bag after I cook the chicken. This is so they're nice and crispy and hold on to that seasoning. So crank your oil up to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, about 188 degrees Celsius. Now you're going to drop your fries back in for about 60 to 90 seconds until they're deep, golden brown, and crispy. And as soon as they come out, season them with a little salt while they're still hot. So our fries are ready, let's move on to making our chicken. Take 2 chicken breasts that have been cut into bite-sized pieces and place them into a bowl. Add in 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of your favorite hot sauce. I'm using one of my favorite hot sauces that I think will work really well with the spice bag. It's the Maritime Madness Candied Curry Sauce. I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm using one that I think will work really well in this recipe. Use whatever hot sauce you have, or whatever's your favorite. Now give that a mix so everything is coated. Then let it sit for about 5 minutes while we make the coating. In a baking tray, mix together 1 cup of flour, half a cup of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Add in the chicken pieces and toss until everything's well coated and shake off any extra flour. Heat your fryer oil to about 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 188 degrees Celsius and fry the chicken pieces for 4 to 5 minutes till golden brown and cook through. Make sure you do this in batches so the oil temperature doesn't drop. Once cooked, remove from the oil and season with some salt. And if you want some extra crunch, you can refry the chicken for about 30 seconds right before assembling. Now that everything's ready, let's assemble everything in our wok. Heat roughly 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil in a wok over medium-high heat. I'm using my carbon cladded wok from Strata. This is my new favorite wok I've been using a lot lately. I'm not sponsored by them. If you want one, you can get 10% off in the description below. Now add in half a sliced onion, 1 sliced green hot pepper, and 1 sliced red hot pepper. Now if you don't want it spicy, just use regular bell peppers. Also, just a quick warning from experience, if you're sauteing peppers over high heat, the oil releases from the peppers and hits that hot pan and releases into the air. When that happens, it can make the whole kitchen feel like it's been hit with pepper spray. I learned that the hard way from filming this. 1 second I'm cooking, next thing I'm coughing non-stop.
Bloody hell.
It's totally normal when cooking hot peppers at this high heat, just keep that in mind. Then stir fry the veg for 1 to 2 minutes. You want them to be soft, but still with some bite. Then add in 2 cloves of minced garlic and cook for about 30 seconds. And yes, you don't see me adding the garlic here. I was a little preoccupied by coughing nonstop.
Bloody hell.
So go ahead and toss in 2 minced cloves of garlic. Now throw that crispy chicken and hot fries straight into the wok with the vegetables. Then sprinkle your spice bag seasoning to taste. Personally, I like a lot. Then toss everything together over high heat for 30 to 40 seconds so the seasoning sticks to the fries and chicken. And now it's the best part. Dump everything into the paper bag, just like a takeaway spice bag in Ireland. Tear open that bag, pour over your curry sauce, and dig in. Like I said, I've never actually had an Irish spice bag before, but if this is even close to the real thing, I completely understand why people love it. Crispy fries, crunchy chicken, and curry sauce all over, it's basically the ultimate late night food. And if you actually have one in Ireland, let me know in the comments below how close I got to it. And if you've got any other St. Paddy's Day dishes you'd like me to try, let me know in the comments below. Also foodies, happy St. Paddy's Day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. FOOD-DEE out.